That was
Wow. Marcy commented before it even told us we were live. Welcome, everybody. I'm probably going to do this intro more than once and wait till people start populating in. But welcome, Marcy, so far to the...
So loud.
Come on, I got to be loud. That's part of... And Cindy's in already, man. Look at these people. They are just jumping in there like itching, like ready to go. They got the notification on Facebook, so they're waiting. Are they going to go? Are they going to go? When are they going to go? Welcome to episode 31 of the Dustin and Cassie Show, starring Dustin Wells and Cassie Wells, live from Northwest Arkansas.
You have enough energy for both of us.
I got plenty of energy for the both of us. Can you?
Yeah.
It's hot in our house.
And he's drinking coffee.
But it's iced coffee. See, I made like 6 cups of coffee, and then I filled this thing full of ice. And then I put a little bit of cream and some stevia in it, and then ran the coffee in it. Well, yeah, I guess raw milk. Put the coffee in, and then put the immersion blender in a little bit, and so it's nice and cold. And I'm not going to yawn tonight, so that way Wheatree doesn't yell at me.
I have water.
I need a longer straw. I need a straw that I can keep like right here, like. It still reaches to the bottom. John's on. Hi, John.
Hi.
Palpitation. Nah. I drink coffee pretty much every day. So even this, it's pretty watered down because it was actually really of the actual coffee was only probably maybe that much. There's a lot of ice in there that melted. So it's actually pretty watered down, but no, it's good stuff. Marcy, I actually drink Tim Hortons coffee. I think you probably knew that, though. More midnight shofar blowing tonight. No, we reserve that for you. If we do that, it's usually on Friday nights going into Shabbat. Just out of curiosity, we've got fans going. Are you guys? Is it picking up at all in the microphone, or does it sound okay? Timmy's, yes. Love me some Timmy's. I'll take a large double with a Boston cream and a Canadian maple, please. No. And maybe a 20-pack of sour cream Timbits. No. No, we can't hear. Awesome. Good. Great.
It's hot in here. I was hoping. Many fans.
Yeah, it's because we're not using air conditioning. It's like what did it say? It was 87 degrees earlier in the house. So good for us though. Man, I need to get something soft to put this thing on because it bumped the table. And it's an earthquake! Oh, sorry, I'm having fun tonight.
You're hyper.
I'm ready to. Caffeine. I'm ready to. That's not a lot of caffeine. I just started drinking this. I had coffee this morning, but I just now started drinking this. How's the no AC going? Well, we're sweating, John. So.
Well, here's the deal.
Orange peel.
Eli and I get no AC unless we go somewhere. He gets AC when he's gone, so he's
because I'm going somewhere all week long.
He only has no AC during the week.
So, yep.
Or during the weekend, I guess.
Yeah, I have no AC during the weekend.
Yeah,
which is fine. It doesn't bother me now. During the week, I have this past week I was trying to at times turn the AC off in the truck going down the road, and then I'd tell her I was doing that. She's like, "Don't do that. I don't want you to get tired and get too hot or whatever." So, okay, fine, honey. I'll turn the AC back on, but.
We're getting used to it, but it's not hot yet. It's hot, but it's not. I have been over 90 in the house though, and I took pictures to prove it because I was like, but because we have no shade, we have sunlight on our house literally all day long. So, and I'm talking like as soon as it's coming up, that's it, and it goes down behind the trees. Well, it's still a little bit.
Justin's on too. Hi, Justin. Julie's watching.
And so.
Julie watching through the window.
Julie, he's crazy. But we are getting used to it. We're sweating a lot, and that's good. That's what the plan is.
That's the point.
But it was hot for a couple nights, and then it got cold.
Marcy said she loves your seats.
Thank you. I'm glad you got them. I'm always kind of weird about sending them out of country.
Well, Canada's okay. That's like the U.S., but more polite.
Just saying. I had a guy contact me this week from Sweden, and so I'm hoping that comes together. So.
Is Canada so far the only country you sent him to?
Yeah.
You had somebody from Australia ask one time, right?
Well, they commented on something, but they never actually contacted me. And I contacted them, but they never responded.
They never responded?
Mm-mm.
So we used to have a United States map that was hanging on the wall before our cats decided to destroy it. But our plan was we were going to put a pin in every place where, we've sent Zeets to. Well, now because of Marcy and this other person in Sweden, more than likely, we'd have to actually use a world map instead. So
yeah,
I'll have to go get a Azimuth equidistant map, and we can use that one. What did Joanne say?
Mountain Girl trick: crack the windows about 2 inches and stick a fan facing outside in one window, fully open. Sucks cool air through your house.
Wait, say that. What? Stick a fan facing outside in one way. So it's like gonna suck air out of the house and blow it outside. Is that what you're saying?
Stick a fan facing outside.
Oh, and one window fully open.
One window fully open, and it sucks
cool air through.
Yeah, so it's saying only.
Well, we have all the windows open in our house.
Well, here's the deal. I don't know. It's so weird. When they built this house, they did it all backwards, in my opinion. There's only one side of the house has windows.
No, well,
that's it. Well, the kitchen window.
The back side of the house has a kitchen window, but it's only like a window that's like this wide. That's all.
It. So all the windows are on this side of the house.
And then the end at the end of that end of that house has a window, but this end doesn't because it's our bathroom.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows. 8 windows, including the kitchen.
Yeah.
But they just did it all weird and backwards. That's, in my opinion.
That's manufactured homes for you.
You should have windows on both sides so you can get a cross breeze.
She said it forces the air through the crack. It's like a pipe. The smaller the pipe, the faster the air that sucks through.
I'm going to try it and see.
What we need is like a radiator system to put in the window so as it pulls the air through, the air is getting cool. Oh, you know what that's called? That's called an air conditioner.
But it's fine. Honestly, it's fine, though. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's hot, but it's okay. We did it before. We can do it now. It's not a big deal.
Right. When we did it before, we were living off-grid in a fifth-wheel trailer. And way out in the middle of nowhere, no air conditioning, no electricity other than the little bit that we had from our solar panels. And we had a generator that we could fire up when we really needed to power things. But we didn't fire it up just to run the air conditioner. But we would, dead of summer.
I think we did like once or twice. We actually fired up the generator for the air conditioner.
Did we?
It was like 110 degrees in the camper, and I think we did just to cool it down.
You sure that wasn't in the middle of the winter when I got the stove really, really hot?
No.
I had the camper up to 90 degrees one time in the middle of winter because I got our wood stove a little too.
There was I think
hot.
Maybe twice we did it in the camper right before bed. We
got the camper cooled down.
We tried to cool it down as much as we could.
But normally we wouldn't do anything for it, and we would just remember I made that swamp cooler?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
We need to do that for bedtime.
Yeah, we totally should. Because now we have power, we can hook the fans up to it. Of course, we need a source of free ice. Okay, so anyways, I was trying to say, what we normally would do is we just drink a lot of water before bed. Like I would usually down like 2 20-ounce bottles before bed, and I would sweat all night long. Like I
cats in the window.
Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue.
It actually did work really good. Like, I mean, it
yeah, I mean, I would sweat like crazy. Like I'd wake up in the middle of the night and my pillow would be soaked, so I'd flip it over, and then I'd wake up later on. The swamp cooler thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what that was, the swamp cooler, is you get one of them, like, those tall, like, styrofoam coolers. You can get them at, like, Walmart, and they have the lid that goes on it. And we just put ice in it, right?
Yeah,
I cut a hole, and we had a little battery operated fan. I cut a hole for the top, put that fan in that, and then we cut a hole in the side, and we just had like a 3-inch PVC elbow, right? That came off the side. Was it out the? It wouldn't have been out the bottom. No, it had been out towards the top.
On the side.
So that was on the side. So the fan blows air down, goes through the ice. It was just ice we put in there, right?
Yeah.
And then it blows it out that tube. So you had this 3-inch tube that come out, and it just blew cold air out until the ice melted. It wasn't like having an air conditioner.
It was
nice to have a little bit of cold air blowing on you. But like where I worked at, we had an ice maker. So I took we had like a 28 quart cooler, I think. Is that the smaller
like
one?
That.
One of the coolers about this size that you have the big handles you pull up and it's on wheels. I had one of those. I would take it to work with me every day, and when I'd leave work at night, I'd fill that thing up with ice and bring it home, and we divvy it up how we needed it. But I'd fill up that swamp cooler and for
we did
bed
that for a little while.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you can see Spot there. Spot, the famous abscess cat.
So yeah, but it's not been that bad. I still think it's cool. I actually froze last night, and
that's nice and cool.
I actually got really cold last night, and the same thing a couple nights ago. I got super cold.
Somebody's messaging me on Facebook. Why are you not watching me on YouTube right now? So, now that we've babbled for how long have we been babbling for? Where's the timer on this?
11
there is.
minutes.
11 minutes. Let's actually talk about our week, shall we?
Yeah, as long as you don't take 50,000 minutes.
50,000 minutes. Let's do the math on that. We probably like rainy summer days now. As long as it's a cold rain, yes, and it smells good. Don't you love the smell of rain?
Yeah, it just gets super humid afterwards.
Right. And then you're all like, ugh,
Then
I'm all
it's
sticky.
worse.
That's when you strip down to your underwear.
Yeah, but I can't really do that right now because we have people on our property.
But yeah.
I already have a rule. Don't look at my windows because my windows, our bedroom window, I have plants in the window right now. And so we have the curtains open. And so that's our rule. Don't look at our window because you might not like what you see.
Oh, by the way, since there's 11 people in the chat room right now, smash that thumbs up button if you would, please. Like the video. And so let's talk about our week. I love I do too, Joanne. I love the smell of rain.
I like the rain. I just don't like it afterwards.
Yeah, it's all muggy afterwards. So this past weekend was Memorial Day. Mm-hmm. So I didn't have to work on Sunday. Well, I didn't have to work for my employer on Sunday. I worked around here. We worked our butts off around here. So,
well, some of us worked our butts off. I didn't do much.
What all did I do? I weed whipped. You went and got the weed whip, right? We bought a new weed whip.
Yes, we had to go buy a new weed.
Is that in the house?
Weed whip. Weed whacker.
Is it in the house?
Yes.
Go grab it. We'll show them.
It's a weed whacker.
Come on, we'll show them.
You're so weird.
We got a new weed whip, weed whacker, whatever you want to call it, weed eater. So I did a bunch of weed. We did a bunch of weed whipping. That's from being married to me.
Probably. See, thank you. A weed whip. Like, what the heck's a weed whip? It's a weed whacker.
Yeah, a weed whip, weed eater, a weed whacker.
A weed eater, maybe.
No, just to hand it to me.
Does it actually have a name? I'm gonna Google it.
Oof.
You're gonna break. You're making a mess.
So it's a Craftsman.
Hey, I just took a shower, dude.
It's a Craftsman. We got electric one this time. It's adjustable.
Dustin?
It's adjustable. Yeah. Okay. Here, Eli. That the shaft there's adjustable. It extends out, and also the head. The head rotates so it can function like an edger. So that's really cool because
you got me all dirty. Such a jerk.
So here's the deal. If you have plastic skirting underneath your house, like what we do, it doesn't stand up to a weed whip. And
see, look, and even all I did was hit weed and it says weed eater or weed whacker. Anywhere in there does not say weed whip.
Type in weed whip and see what comes up. Type in weed whip and see what comes up. Weed whip. What do you find? Oh, hang on. She typed in weed whip and look what do we get. Oh, does that not look like what we were just looking? Okay, that's not a weed whip.
Right?
Oh, look at that. I think that's actually the one we bought right there. Nope, that's a Works brand. Oh. Vegetation height reduction device. Okay, you want to call it that? So you went and got one of those because we had one. We had a gas powered one, and the thing just refused to want to work. So okay, we got to do something because this thing, we've had it worked on once before. I'm not going to keep fighting with it. So let's get an electric one. So he was going to get a gas one.
Yeah, and then when we were there, a guy came over to talk to Julie and I and ask us if we needed help, and He talked us into the electric one.
It was the same price as the gas one. I'm like, well, because all the other electric ones I'd seen were like all the other electric ones I'd seen were like $60 more, and that was one of the reasons I'm like, oh, let's just stick to a gas one because they're cheaper. So you got that, and what was the big? Oh, I did the cattle panels in the garden for instead of doing tomato cages this year, we did cattle panels with T-posts.
I think we'll still have to.
We might have to do some because in the years past, our tomato cages work good for the first month, but then when they start bringing on tomatoes, they get heavy and then they tip over. So then
it's not only just from the heaviness, but we have we have no shade, so we have no trees blocking wind or anything, and the wind gets
whipping. So like last year, I took apart a bunch of pallets, and we took the pallet wood and drove it into the ground, and then tied off every one of the tomato cages to those to keep them upright. So this year I decided at the advice of Papa Pepper that we're going to do a cattle panels and plant our tomatoes on either side of that and let them just grow up that. So I put up 2 of those, and then Michael helped me with the third row because I actually had to use 2 half panels. Are you still on another row? Or do we need to get another cattle panel?
Yeah, we're okay. And I need one for cucumbers and pole beans.
Oh, for arching them?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, the pole beans don't go arch; they just go straight. They're straight down.
Okay.
Like the tomatoes.
So you'll need one arched one and then one straight one like the tomatoes? Okay.
They'll start coming up enough that you'll need to put them on.
I'll need to get the wood off the Woodson's trailer so I can go take that to get the cattle panels.
Yeah.
Unless you want to put a 16-foot long cattle panel on top of your van.
No.
So I did that stuff in the garden, emptied out. We also emptied out the rest of the trailer, right, Eli?
Yeah.
Of the sawdust. Eli and I emptied out the rest of the sawdust in the trailer. We mowed the lawn too, right?
Eli mowed the lawn, yes.
I started mowing, and then Eli took over. And then I started working on Eli's bedroom that we've been remodeling. Got stuff out of there and went around and primed. Well, first I went around and sanded stuff that still needed to be sanded. Got that all done, and then I reprimed everything.
And then I painted it.
And then we decided we're going to need more paint.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out because I don't like it.
So we're thinking we might do a darker color to kind of hide some of the imperfections. Every time that washer goes like that, I think it's the rain coming down all of a sudden.
So then you left on Monday.
I left on Monday. Trying to remember. Nothing really eventful happened this week. I got to see a lot of flooding in different places that I went. Down in Muskogee, Oklahoma, it's all flooded around there. You going south, they were not letting people go across the bridge. They were diverting them around onto the Muskogee Turnpike. And like going on that, there was like a 2-story house that the water was up to just below the roof line. So like the first story is completely flooded. The second story is halfway flooded. But then like coming northbound, they were letting vehicles go across going northbound, but the southbound side, which is the side that the water coming down the river first contacts. Do you need some of this?
No.
They had that shut down, but then we had a bunch of storms come through on Thursday, and I found out they shut down the northbound side, so everybody has to route around the outside there. What else? Anything else with me this week on the road? I don't think. No, I'm headed up to Nebraska tomorrow.
I like Nebraska.
I could go to Hastings, Nebraska. So there's actually, I was looking on the map, and because of the flooding, most of I-29 from Kansas City to Omaha is shut down. So I'm actually not even going to go that way. I'm going to go towards Tulsa, North Oklahoma City, and go up to Wichita and go take the back roads that way. So nobody said anything in the chat room. People are dropping off.
You're boring.
Is everybody still there? Well, I just wonder if the internet, because of how the internet's been acting, if it's slow. We wouldn't know if it got choppy or not. Did you tell my mom we were going live?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at all the grass we got on the table.
Look at all the grass you got on the table.
No, this was a team effort. Eli went and got it. He handed it to me, and you helped hold it.
Out of the team effort here.
You and I are one. Do you ever get to Colorado? No, I don't. I don't ever get to Colorado. The account that I'm on, they said as far west as we would go would be like New Mexico, and as far east would be Pennsylvania. but really, honestly, they just keep us within like a 500-mile radius of Siloam Springs. So I'm mostly in Arkansas, Missouri, Texas, Oklahoma.
She'll tell you that she's not Mrs. Wells,
Kansas,
that's her mother-in-law,
Louisiana.
Just like I would say that.
Those are the states. Those 5. Is that 5? Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana. That's 6. Those 6 states are the ones I'm in the most. Now I have went all the way up to Ohio one time. And I have been out to Mississippi and Kentucky, like the west side of Mississippi, west side of Kentucky, west side of Tennessee. But I did have to go to Cleveland, Ohio one time. See how it works is like the company that we haul for ships all over the U.S., but they have us drivers for JB Hunt that basically JB Hunt is the carrier for this company. So we've got the guys that are dedicated to this account, and our dispatcher gets the loads that for us that are within that 500-600 mile radius, and then all loads that are outside that they sell those to other outside carriers. But if somebody screws up somewhere along the line and a customer gets some pipe that they weren't supposed to get, or they can't use, or the wrong size was ordered or whatever, and there's pipe that has to come back, we're the ones that have to handle it. So like the time that I got sent up to Ohio, it was for return pipe. So they got me a load going up there, and then I picked up pipe coming back. So, but no, I haven't been to Colorado. I've been to Colorado once in my life. I've never been to Colorado to drive truck.
It could be our internet because it's slow.
Why is somebody saying something's wrong?
She said she's having issues over here, same as last week.
Who's that?
It's her computer.
Who was that?
Joanna.
Oh, okay. Hitting YouTube. Marcy said my husband drives a truck, but just in the city, he delivers to hospitals.
So John asked or said what about the rose garden? So for my birthday this year, my friend, my herd, got me rose bushes for my birthday. And so finally, yes,
internet's kind of choppy. That's because we're working off of this thing right here. So our apologies.
So we finally got that put in this week. Are you going to show pictures? No, here I will.
I wasn't planning on it. I was just moving this over here. Maybe it'll pick up. We could take the show on the road and drive to the liquor store and get better signal that way.
There you go.
Our liquor store that's up the road is like literally like a half mile from the cell tower. And if I go there, our speed goes like from here, we might be on like 3 meg or 5 meg right now speed. If we go there, it jumps up to like 25 meg. So it would be nice and fast there.
So each one of my girlfriends got me a rose bush. So you can kind of see. So we put them in front of the house.
Excuse me. When Marcy asked when we're coming to visit. Next week. To be honest, probably never.
Never.
We don't travel very much.
No, we're saving for Israel.
Yeah.
So we got them put all up in front of the house, and we need to get some red mulch, to layer it, and then I need to put some more flowers there.
You definitely get something down to keep the cats out because Sadie was already in there trying to.
I know.
Do business.
I know.
Oh, when I went out.
Well, if we wouldn't have put the dirt down, they wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. When I went outside earlier to get the ice for this, I walked out and I froze because there was a rabbit just past the trailer. And then I looked, Bandit was sitting just behind my car. Like there's a spot of grass that got missed. So there's some grass like this tall, like only like maybe 7 or 8 tall. But he's sitting there behind it watching that rabbit. And I'm like, I'm watching the rabbit and it's just sitting there all wide-eyed looking at me. So I decided to go around the back side of the trailer and try to come up this side to scare the rabbit off. Maybe the rabbit would run towards Bandit, but it didn't. It ran off the other side, and he didn't bother chasing it. But I wanted to see him chase down the rabbit. That'd been cool.
Marcy said, "Never say never."
That's true.
Here's the deal: when we lived close to the Canadian border, he went to Canada every day. I didn't. I never went to Canada with you.
No,
I just have no interest.
She went to Canada one time with her
I went twice.
cousin, right?
No, I've been twice. I went once. I played basketball, and we went over. Our team did, and we played.
But
and
you
then,
went to
and I was
4th
a
of July,
teenager.
right?
And then once I went with 4th of July.
Was that at Windsor?
That was in Detroit.
Yeah. So Ben Windsor is on the other side.
Yeah.
And they gave her a hard time coming back across the border. It's easy. It's easy to get into Canada. It's getting back out of Canada to the U.S. is where they give you a hard time.
Yeah. It wasn't even my issue. It was the person I was with.
Unless you're like me, where I was driving truck back and forth across it every day. Then it was just like, hey, how's it going? And just on your way, But
we want to travel. So, maybe one day we'll have enough money that we'll be able to.
She said you guys are we're hard. Yeah, it's harder to get back into the US than it is to get to Canada. Canada, you roll up to customs, they're like, how's it going, eh? What you gonna do? Oh, you going to the casino? Okay, we'll see you later, eh?
Yeah.
She said, mi casa su casa. Which means my house is your house in Spanish.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, eh?
Well,
take off, you hoser.
One day we want to travel. We just have to have money first. So we'll see. You're driving me nuts with that ringing.
We're having fun tonight. So what
did you put liquor up in there?
No, we don't even have any.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I was thinking I need to go get a bottle of that Jim Beam honey. That's some good stuff. She'll pick us up at the border.
I don't think you need any alcohol.
No, not tonight. I can't anyway. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
You're so wound up.
I had a good week. I know how to drive in Canada. I'm not afraid to drive in Canada. It's not like they drive on the other side of the road.
All right.
Anyway, so what did you do this week?
I made deeds. That's my everyday thing. I had doctor's appointments. I ran out of town. I got sick.